What's up, everybody? Welcome into the first live stream for the Bolt Fan podcast during a real football game. That's right, baby. Football is back. Tonight, it is the first preseason game for the Chargers. It is 4:58 right now. Game starts in 2 minutes. Stream starts in 2 minutes. So y'all make sure like, share, and subscribe. Tell all your friends, get in. Everybody who's a Chargers fan or Texans fan, we welcome the Texans fans in tonight to join us. And so I will be doing this by myself. We are doing this. It's our first ever stream. For those of you guys who don't know our story, how we started all this, we started in February. My brother Trevor and I just decided, man, we do this all the time. We talk football. We talk about the Chargers. And I had all this podcast equipment from an old podcast I used to do. And I just decided it's time to do something with it. And so we started recording. We did the whole off season. We recorded 50 episodes in the off season. And so we're finally now getting to do what we were excited to do from the beginning. What we were trying to build up in the off season was to be ready for the season to start. And tonight is game one of that. It's not a real game, but it's a game one, and I'm super excited. So make sure y'all tune in, and let's get rocking and rolling here. I want to make sure everything's set up here on this end. Looks like we are good. So y'all let me know. Actually, you know what? Let me check here on my YouTube. I'll go to my personal YouTube page to make sure everything's good to go here. And we are rocking and rolling. So, yes, we are live. Oh, there we go. Yep. All right. I just had to make sure we're live, and we are doing the whole game tonight, which is a big ask because both teams got 90-man rosters, and it's a whole lot to ask for one person. But I've never done it before, and this will be our worst stream, I'm sure of it. But I wanted to learn. I wanted to do it, and I've been studying up how to go about this. So I will take any constructive criticism, any advice that y'all got. Go ahead and let me know in the comments how we can do this a little bit better. What we are going to do when the game gets started, I'm going to put the scoreboard ticker up. We're going to follow along on the ESPN Gamecast on there so you guys can see where we're at on the screen, where we're at on the field. All that will be up there for you. I cannot, for copyright reasons, actually show live footage of the game. I will be watching the game and commentating on the game. So that's how this will go. I'm sure most of you guys who are tuned into this have seen a stream like this before. My account is not monetized. Here's the thing I do want to say. A lot of these times they're doing super chats and things like that to get people to bring money into the podcast. What I would ask for y'all tonight, I can't do super chats, so I will read any comments on air that you guys want to have read. I will gladly do that for you guys. I would love to interact with you guys. I don't want to do this by myself and talk into a camera for 4 hours straight. That actually sounds miserable. So anybody who's watching, leave me some comments. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what you're most excited about for the Chargers this season or the Texans this season. Let me know your final record predictions for both teams, things like that. I want to know. I want to talk with the fans tonight a little bit. So I'm excited for that. So make sure you're doing that. Comments for us. Leave all that for us and in this. And I'll make sure to give you all the best coverage I can of the actual football game. And so anybody who can't watch this game tonight, I got you covered. And so exciting times. Like I said, first time doing it, and I'm excited. So here we go. Let's lock in. Looks like the game just got on. Oh, that's the other thing. Very interestingly, I will share this with you guys. So Trevor and I, we purchased NFL Sunday Ticket so that we can watch every game, so we can have a good insight on the league, so that we can watch all the Chargers games, so we can go back and rewatch stuff and kind of pick up on things we might have missed during the game. All that. We just thought it was a good investment for us with the podcast. What I didn't know is the preseason games aren't on Sunday Ticket. So you got to pay for another subscription service to get that. So my brother did pay for that. He gave me his login, and so I will be able to watch the game as it goes tonight. And yeah, that's how we're going to do it. I know a lot of people have a lot of different ways to find the games, but that's what we did. And come season time, we do already have NFL Sunday Ticket, so we will be able to do this. We should be able to. I don't know that we're going to stream every game just because, we go to church on Sundays, and I don't know how the schedule is going to work out. But we're going to try to stream when we can. And And yeah, this is kind of, like I said, new endeavor. So I don't have the specifics of how we're going to go about everything, but I do know that this is something we want to do, and we want to get y'all the best coverage we can of the Chargers. And so we're going to be doing every game as at least a pregame and a postgame, and as many streams as we can during the game. So lots of hours, lots of content being put into this. And yeah, the best thing y'all can do to support us is subscribe to the channel, because when we hit enough subscribers, we will get the account monetized. We will do stuff like the super chats and all that. But if y'all can help us tonight, help us build, and subscribe to the channel. If you're listening to this, if there's one moment of interesting stuff, do me a favor, subscribe, helps us out. That's my speech. I'll probably give it a few times tonight. But right now, I got a little bit of time to kill before the opening coin toss. So let's go through tonight. I don't have a full injury report because the teams aren't really listing it. I do know both teams said they're not planning on playing the starters. So unless something has changed, and I haven't heard that, the starters are not playing tonight. So we won't see the Texans guys. We won't see our big name players, any of that. So that's the bottom line right now. We won't see any of that right now early, but we will see a lot of the guys who are going to make the roster. All of our rookies I would expect to play. Young guys, bubble guys. We're going to get a lot tonight. So should be a very good game. And getting to play Houston, who's a really good team, by the way. Really good team who, when we did I picked every game. I had Houston possibly going 15-2. Now, am I probably overrating them a little bit? Yeah, they're probably going to be, 13-4. But I realized how much I really do believe in this Houston Texans team. So I think it's a good matchup. Getting to play them in the preseason should only make us better. Iron sharpens iron. So excited for that. And yeah, let me look here, make sure we're dialed in on the chat. Yeah, we got everything loaded up that we need. So this is good. Yep, all this is going smooth. We are live. Perfect. I don't know why this didn't. That's super weird. All right. Sorry, guys. Got to fix a little bit of my settings right here on the stream. But this one's still good. And with this, we can pull it up. There we go. Now I'm seeing the chat. That helps a ton. Okay, perfect. So I was not for a minute there seeing any of my chat or anything, which there's no comments yet, so we're fine. But right now they are talking about so right now they're going through some of the rookies and guys that are drafted. So they did draft, the Houston Texans did draft Caden McDonald, who was one of my favorite players for the Chargers to draft, and Keelan Rutledge, who's a guard who I really, really loved that I was hoping the Chargers would go get. So a couple players I'm interested to see for them, just because I got some take equity on those guys as far as the draft status and the pre-draft profiles. I was a big fan of those guys. So, but yeah, that was so this should be an interesting game. Let me unmute it here so I can actually hear. There we go. And then I will actually do this as well while we're on this. I am going to share, like I said, the game cast. So the screen isn't quite live yet because the game hasn't started, but we'll put it up right here and just make life easy for everybody. Rather than staring at a big version of my face, no one needs that much of me and my face. We'll put the ESPN up here right here. So it's got the injury report, but I checked into it. That injury report's not even remotely accurate. But we are good to go. Actually, let me I'll stop this because I am getting a quick little Burger King ad, and I don't need any copyright issues as we go through this. So once the ad is over, we will get rolling. And it looks like opening kickoff is about to take place. Chargers are getting the ball first. And let me expand here. Shoot, I did not think we were going yet. All right, here we go. And Keandre Lambert-Smith on the return. And, of course, what a great start. My stream lagged out there. So, missed the opening return. But looks like I can pull it up here. Keandre Lambert-Smith, 28-yard return to get it rolling for the Chargers. So, Interesting. KLS is starting back there as the return man, not Darius Davis. So that is an interesting thing to note. I think he will have a role in the return game for us this year. All right, Trey Lance starting at quarterback. Looks like we got, slide this over a little bit. Brendan Thompson's out wide. They got Scott Matlock as the starting tight end tonight, which means our other three guys are not going to play tonight. But lots of motion. Handoff to the right, and Patterson gets tripped up in the backfield by Scott Matlock. So that is an awful start to the Mike McDaniel offensive error. 1 yard loss. And, Matlock just got blown up, and he tripped Jared Patterson. Or 28, I'm sorry. They changed the numbers around. So this is going to be the hardest part for me today. They changed the numbers. That's actually Kamani Vidal. That is getting the reps there. He is number 28 this year. He's not number 30. So looks like Kamani's getting the start tonight. He's in the backfield again. Matlock's in motion. Toss to the right. And another 0 yard gain, but we have a flag on the play. That's a rough start again. And Kamani took a decent little hit. Oh, that's clearly a face mask. Okay. So Kamani took a tough little hit, but they are going to get a face mask on this play, I assume. Let's see. Yep. Face mask on the defense. And we have a first down Chargers. So has not looked good on the first two running plays, but we get a face mask to bail us out. And it is now going to be 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. So let's see. We got here. So I am trying to see who's that at left guard. I do want to see who's at left guard, but I am having a hard time figuring that out right now. But it looks like Trevor Penning is. Let me pull up the Chargers roster as we do get a completion for a first down to Keandre Lambert-Smith. Let's see. Gain of 16 for KLS. So Trey Lance, 1 for 1, and he's starting the game. Harbaugh said Lance will get 1 half, and DJU will get the second half. So we're going to see Trey for the entire first half here. All right. Nice little run there to the right side. They keep running to the right side. All 3 runs have been to the right, so I don't know if that's a strategic thing there or that's just what they trust. If that's something we should note because Joe Alt is someone they're going to try to run behind a lot. But great block there by 66, which I'm learning the offensive lineman's numbers here. But so what I want to see is, let me get to the roster. So the biggest thing for us going into this, guys, is we wanted to know who's going to be playing left guard. And it is going to be, to start off right now, is number 71. Which, is that Branson Taylor? That is Branson Taylor. Let me find the Yep, that is I'm trying to find it for sure. I want to verify. I'm pretty sure that's Branson Taylor though. It's going to be number 71. Which we've been hearing a lot of good things about Branson Taylor. So him getting the start tonight is a little surprising. I'll find that in a minute because it is 3rd and 4. Trey Lance back to pass. Slant route over the middle. First down, Keandre Lambert-Smith. And the Chargers have moved the ball deep into Texans territory. It looks like they're going to be down on the Houston 26. So really good first drive here. Great slant route by KLS, who's got multiple catches. So this is big. This is a good sign for him. Big second-year breakout could be nice. We need that. So let's see here. 1st and 10 from the 26. And they're going to go play action. Trey Lance rolls to the right. And he finds Gadsden for a 7-yard gain. Very nice. Also, really glad to see Gadsden getting a little run today. I didn't think he was going to play. So, love that. 7-yard gain for Gadsden. And I do want to go back and find – I might just have to do that on a commercial break. Nope. There it is right there. So Branson Taylor is starting at left guard for us tonight. Coyote Awashika is starting at right guard, which is probably going to be Cole Strange's job. So that tells me that Coyote is the backup there, and we're probably going to see him bounce over to right guard a little bit later too. So, but as of now, 2nd and 3. Matlock's in motion. Again, a lot of motion with the tight end and fullback. And look at that. First down on a run by Kamani Vidal again. So good little first drive by Kamani. Doing a great job. And I'm liking the motion and all the movement in the backfield of this offense. And I know this is not even – they're not even fully breaking out what it's going to be. So this is a really good start for us. I love what I'm seeing. But we got 1st and 10 from the Houston 15. Looks like ESPN's a little bit ahead of my stream here, so you guys might get it ahead of me from what I'm seeing. But Trey Lance drops the pass. Oh, and just a drop on a screen pass to Kamani Vidal. So we got 2nd and 10. 9 minutes and 54 seconds left in the first quarter. And as I'm looking here, we're having these are still showing me the – there we go. That's what I want to see. 34 passing yards for Trey Lance, 9 rushing yards for Kamani Vidal, and 27 of those passing yards were to Keandre Lambert-Smith. So good first start for those guys. Let's see where we're at. 2nd and 10. Trey Lance drops back to pass. Fires deep to the corner. KLS was looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Incomplete. Looks like it was Colin Wright who broke that pass up. Had good coverage on KLS. I won't pretend to know these players for the Texans. I know a lot of their starters and their big name guys, but I don't know who Colin Wright is. But good coverage there. I'll give him that on KLS. So we got 3rd and 10 on the Houston 15. 9 minutes, 49 seconds left. And they send, looks like Thompson in motion. Oh, no, that's Dede in motion. He drops back, looking left. And Trey's going to scramble to the right and throw to the back corner of the end zone, which looks like a touchdown to Gadsden. No signal. Oh, didn't get the feet in. Out of bounds. Incomplete pass. Good defense again by the Texans. They're all over that play. But I like the design, like the route here. They sent Brennan Thompson there to the front of the end zone and Gadsden to the back. But so it looks like 4th and 10. We're going to get a field goal here. And we got Cameron Dicker out to kick. And that is as automatic as they come. And the Chargers are up 3-0. So good first drive. Really do like that for them. That was a good first drive, and I'll take that. I did want to go through some of the offensive line. To start off, I saw the guys I noticed right away. Like I said, Branson Taylor starting at left guard. That's important to know. Travis Burke starting at left tackle, which was good because I was curious to know if he could play left tackle. So Travis Burke, 4th-round pick out of Memphis, who is fighting with Trey Pipkins to be the swing tackle, while Trey Pipkins is also fighting to be the starting left guard. So really interesting battle there. Pipkins at right tackle, Awashika at right guard, and I actually didn't see who was at center, but I assume that had to be Slaughter. I didn't actually look for that, though, to be honest with you. So a couple of our rookies getting some starting time in this first preseason game. So definitely saw Burke out there. Branson Taylor, 2nd-year guy, 6th-round pick last year. I assume Slaughter at center, Coyote Awashika, and then Trey Pipkins. So the big one to get us down there was Keandre Lambert-Smith and a 15-yard face mask. So looking good there. Drive didn't start good, but we'll take that as a good starting point. So now I'm interested. We get to see this defense out there. We get to see some of these young guys. So some of the guys I'm looking for tonight are Genesis Smith, rookie 4th-round pick out of Arizona. Very curious to see him. 1st-round pick, Akeem Mesidor out of Miami. Looking forward to seeing him get some pressure on Davis Mills tonight. And Yeah, I'm trying to think who else would I even. I mean, there's some guys. I'm interested to see the corner battle. I want to see how our corners play tonight and who does what out there. So that'll be kind of the main things for me. If we go through this, some of the guys that I want to look for right now, let me actually change, and I'll put the game cast back on in just a minute. But I want to put this up for you guys as well, just so you can see what I'm looking at with the Chargers roster. Because some of the names we need to familiarize ourselves with some of these names. So we want to look through here. I want to find the corners if I can. So we're going to look at the cornerbacks because we need to know. We know Dante Jackson. We know Cam Hart. Eric Rogers is a name we need to look at tonight. So we're going to take a peek here. Eric Rogers is going to be number 39. This is his second year with the team. He had a big preseason last year for us. Avery Smith, a guy we need to look at. Apparently been balling at camp. Rookie out of Toledo. So we need to watch for number 36, Avery Smith. We need to be looking for, where's the other corner spot? Tarheeb, Dean Leonard, we know a lot about, but number 33 there. And I just missed the return. Sorry, but Houston got a return. Looked like about to like the 27-yard line. Nico Reed, number 46, someone we need to be looking for tonight. All these guys are fighting for the last spot on the roster. And and Rodney Shelley, that's the other one. Sorry, let me pull him up, and then we'll go right back to the game. Cornerback number 24, rookie out of Georgia Tech. So those are guys. We're going to look for that tonight. We're going to see how they do. And then we're going to come right back over here and share the game. There we go. We're right back to it. All right. So with that being said, we are right back at it. And we're going to expand it here so I can see what happened. All right, so we got a jet sweep to start it off for Houston. So interesting call for them, but they go jet sweep to get it rolling. To number 19, I'm not 100% sure. Who was that? Is that Carter? Yeah, I'm not sure, but that's all right. All right, we got 2nd and 2 for Houston. Davis Mills in the shotgun. Running back to his left, drops back to pass, deep over the middle. Oh, my goodness. Deep over the middle to Marlon Klein, tight end number 83. That's a tough start for this Chargers defense. That's a great throw just over the outstretched arm of Troy Dye. R.J. Mickens on the tackle. But that's a big play for Houston. So looks like, let's see what's going on. Man, I hate that ESPN's ahead of my stream here, but all right. Davis Mills tossed to the right, and looks like someone lost contain there for about a 5-yard gain. That's Delshon Phillips on the tackle. Yep, Delshon Phillips on the tackle. So Noah Whittington is the running back, rookie from Oregon. I don't remember. I didn't do any coverage on him, so I'm not sure on that one. But we'll get it rocking and rolling here. So they are, let's see. All right, we got 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 from the 31. Running back goes out wide. Davis Mills an empty backfield. And, should have been picked off. Just barely out of the hands of it's too short for R.J. Mickens, who's in the right spot again. Love watching R.J. play, man. Always in the right place. Looks like it might have got tipped by Troy Dye. That actually might have been. Nope. But good coverage by Dye. Mickens was over the top. Didn't quite get the pick. And we've got 3rd and 5. Well, ESPN's telling y'all ahead of time. We got 3rd and 5. So they're not going to pick it up. That's all right. Let's go through and let's see it. And, yeah, so right at the sticks, ends up being a yard short to Watson. And Dean Leonard was playing off coverage, but does make the tackle short of the sticks. So we got a nice little stop here. and we're going to end up giving up a field goal. Oh. All right. So, Houston's going for it on 4th and 1. And that looks like a false start. Nope. The Chargers called timeout. Chargers did not like their formation, did not like how it looked. So we got a quick timeout. And let's go through. Let's run through some stats real quick. Let's see how it looks. Box score. So since you guys can see everything I'm seeing, it's easy to just pull it up right here. And let's look through the defense. So Nico Reed got 3 tackles on this drive. RJ got 1. Dean Leonard got 1. And Delshon Phillips got that 1. So I love Nico Reed being around the ball, getting in there. RJ Mickens getting in there. So I like that. Good work there. And we got a 4th and 1, a big spot. So let's go ahead and get back to the game cast on this side. See if we can do the play-by-play. Nope. On the game cast. All right. Here we go. 4th and 1. And they got a guy in motion. Davis Mills rolls out wide. And, we got pass interference on number 22. That's going to be on Genesis Smith, the rookie out of Arizona that I was super excited to see. There we go. That is that's a tough one, man. They feel like they're both hand fighting. Man. They got a lot of pressure. I did not see. I'll have to look back and see. But there was pressure right in the face of Davis Mills there. So, man, tough play there because he didn't do a lot there. I don't like that pass interference call, but it is a preseason. They're not going to let him get away with too much. And there's pressure again on Mills. And did he get it? Picked off by Genesis Smith. Oh, but he was out of bounds. He didn't get his feet down. Genesis, right after getting the PI, just went up and got a one-handed pick, but he didn't get his feet down. What a great play. All we've been hearing about from Genesis Smith is how good his ball skills are. So very excited, man. That's big-time play. Way to bounce back by Genesis Smith after a tough, bad pass interference call, if you ask me. So love that from him. Even though he didn't get the pick, great effort. Love where we're at. We got 2nd and 10, and they got a single back, heavy formation, run to the left, and looks like they're going to shut it down for about a 2-yard gain maybe. Yep, 2-yard gain. So, and I couldn't see everybody that was in there, but gang tackle, everybody's in there. But I saw Troy Dye helping out. Looks like Carter in there for the Chargers making a play. And so that's awesome. Yeah, good job there. Good run stop. 3rd and 8. Love this situation. 3rd and 8. Great time. We got to get off the field right here if you're the Chargers defense. They got 3 receivers out wide. We got 11 personnel, 1 tight end, 1 running back in the backfield. Mills drops back to pass. Quick slant route, and he picks up the first down. Gets the first down. Looks like he got that on Nico Reed, number 46. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, Nico tried to get the tackle and just tried to stop him before the line, but he slipped out of his hands, and he picked up an extra 2 yards for the first down. All right, so we got 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. Goes in motion, rolls out to the right. There's pressure, and he steps out of bounds. Looks like didn't lose any yards. Like right at the line of scrimmage. Should be 2nd and 6 is what I'm seeing. Yep. Yeah, ESPN has this wrong. It's 2nd and goal from the 6, not the 8. And as I'm looking at it, man, I got to find it. I might need to find another ticker here, but we'll mess with that in a little bit because ESPN's a little bit ahead of the ticker that I'm on. So I want to see if maybe NFL Network or NFL.com. I might put that one so it's a little more on point. But we got a 3-yard run from Whitaker, or Whittington. Sorry, I don't know this one. Running back out of Oregon. 3rd and 5, or 3rd and goal from the 5. So another opportunity to get off the field. It's been a long drive for Houston. Need to find a way to get off the field right here. If you're the Chargers, these are the things that good teams do: is they hold you to field goals and not touchdowns. Let's see. All right, we got 3rd and 5. Mills back in the shotgun again. Not shotgun for Davis Mills tonight. 3 receivers. And he's throwing a fade to the corner, and touchdown Texans. Touchdown Texans. Dang it. All right. Well, while we got a little break here, I'm going to see if I can change this over to a better ticker here. It's maybe not as fast, but who did he catch that over? Yeah. Nope. All right. There we go. Let's see if we can. All right. I think I've got a better way to do this. Sorry, guys. Like I said, this is our first stream, so we are trying to kind of figure out what the way to go about this is. Let's see if this is a little bit better. So I think this one might be a little bit better for us. But it does seem like it'll give me a ton of ads. So anyone who's in the comments has any ideas, let me know how we can go about this while I'm on this commercial break. That would be greatly appreciated if anybody would know how to do this. But if not, we'll do it on ESPN. It'll be okay. Whoa, what happened here? All right. Yeah, we're just going to have to do it on ESPN. It's going to be all right. So no problem. It'll be a little ahead, so I'll try to give you guys the play-by-play as it goes, but there we go. All right, we're going to reshare this. There we go. All right, we're back. There we go. All right, Texans are kicking off to the Chargers. And that looks like it is going to be returned by 32. That's Jared Patterson. He changed his number as well. That's right. Okay. Two guys ran into each other. This is really sloppy. I mean, game one, first preseason game, so I'm not going to freak out, but it's very sloppy for the Chargers today, man. This has not been great. That has been less than ideal to watch, for sure. But man, yeah, two guys ran into each other there. So not a great start to this drive, but we are going to start it off with the Chargers 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. Trey Lance drops the pass, fakes the run, throws over the middle, and first down, Keandre Lambert-Smith to about the 38-yard line. So good start to the drive right there. Love that. And the boys are – Keandre Lambert-Smith looks really good. And Trey Lance, if he wants to keep looking good, just needs to keep feeding that guy the ball. So definitely love that. He's looking good there. All right, Trey Lance under center, sends the guy in motion, pitch to the right, and Kamani Vidal gets lit up in the backfield again. This is looking too familiar, guys. The running game does not seem to be going anywhere, and it seems like it's because the offensive line is a bunch of backups that are not doing a good job. Every time Kamani's getting hit in the backfield. So I have not been impressed by this O-line so far tonight. All right, so we got 2nd and 11, Lance in the shotgun, empty backfield, and evades pressure, scrambling to his right, looking for something, and absolutely finds nothing. 1 yard loss. It is going to be 3rd and 12 for Trey Lance. Oh, 3rd and 13, lost 2 yards there. And looks like our right tackle just got blown up, pushed back into him. But I don't know who number 65 is, but that was a bad rep. He got lit up on that play. So we got 3rd and 13 right now. Oh, this against Logan Taylor right there. 6th-round pick who we drafted as a guard. So, Trey over the middle. Looking for Brennan Thompson, who was in double coverage and wasn't able to come down with the catch. So this is going to be a punt for the Chargers offense. Man, yeah, that could have been picked off by the Texans. That's not great. All right, so Trey is struggling a little bit. We got a punt from J.K. Scott. Look, bombs it back to the inside the 10. It's going to be returned. Makes a man miss, and they have got this up to the 27-yard line. And there is a flag down. Not sure what it's for. Holding on the return team. So this is going to be half the distance to the goal, and we are, or maybe not quite half the distance. No, it'll go back to the 17. So yep, nice little return, ruined by a holding penalty, and Houston's going to start this thing. No, yeah, on their own 5-yard line. Nice. Okay, I didn't see where the hold was. So beautiful. Love that. All right, well, with this being said, we got a little bit of a break right now, and I got to check some settings here. So we're going to work on a few things right now. So we got a commercial break. I don't have commercials on this channel. I don't have much to say right now. So I'm going to give y'all just a little time. We're going to keep it going here, but let me send this on over. And I do want to just send this stream. And while I'm doing this right now, if y'all wouldn't mind, I'm sending this stream to a few people. If y'all wouldn't mind, like I said, it's our first fan. We're trying to get this thing off the ground. We do have 77 subscribers. We've had over 14,000 views on YouTube since starting this thing in February. So it's been really good. We've made good progress, but yeah, if y'all can do me a favor and just send this out, subscribe, watch this video, help the algorithm out a little bit. So. There we go. So, all right. All right. Well, we're looking good. Right now, I got a Peyton Manning nationwide commercial going on, so that's not much happening yet. We did just punt the ball for those of you guys who are just tuning in. We did just punt. Houston's getting the ball right back, and we will see what that yields. And Chargers defense has a second chance to kind of go back out there and perform better than our first drive, giving up a touchdown. So, all right. Good news, Chargers fans, for the preseason, we are playing every Thursday night. So we are playing next week at home against the Rams. So that'll be nice to get a game at SoFi. And then the following week, we're actually playing at home against the Niners. So this is our one road game. And then we get the opportunity to be at home the rest of the time and spend training camp at the Bolt. And so there is one joint practice with the Niners. So lots of good stuff they will just be in LA for all of it. So, but as of now, we got 2nd and 7. I don't know where the first down play went, if that's even right. Yeah, it was. I missed it somewhere. Let me see the play-by-play here. See what I missed. Looks like the stream hadn't come back from commercial break when it started happening there. That's all right. Ultimately, right now we have got. All right. So this is showing the next play. We're a little behind again, but 3rd and 4. Davis Mills in the shotgun, running back out to the right. 3 receivers out wide. Drops back to pass. Good pressure. Good coverage. Oh, who is that? Number 36. I believe that's Shelley. That's one of the undrafted free agent guys that we were just talking about. Yep. Beautiful. No, that was Smith. Let me pull that back up so we have it here. So I'll switch it over here so y'all can see this again because we do want to keep looking at the depth chart. Again, we don't know all these guys right now. We're still learning some of these players. But that was Avery Smith. So he was the corner out of Toledo. Let's see what we need to know about him. There's really not much. They don't have a lot on here. But 5'10", 185 pounds, and right there was great coverage. He was the one, they just said on the broadcast, he is the one who just got beat on the touchdown pass, but redeems himself there with great coverage. And, yeah, I like what I'm seeing from him. So on the punt, looks like a hold from 27. That's R.J. Mickens. So we get a holding penalty there. That's the end of the quarter. So end of the first quarter, we get a holding penalty on the punt. Down 7-3. I like what I'm seeing on certain things. Other things I haven't loved. The running game is non-existent right now. Passing game seems good. So there has been enough protection for Trey Lance to get the ball off. That's been money. We've gotten hit on the backfield on almost every running play so far. So not liking what I'm seeing in the running game. I know McDaniel said it's going to be a vanilla offense. Oh, sorry. He's not showing everything. Obviously, we don't have our tackles in. So I wouldn't panic if I'm a Chargers fan right now, but I will say it's less than ideal to come out and not be able to run the football because that's what our offense is going to be predicated on. But we're also not starting Kamani Vidal. We're not starting Keaton Mitchell. We're not starting Amari and Hampton. So we got our third string running back taking the reps. We got second and third string offensive linemen in there. So I wouldn't freak out, but it's not a good sign. So that's my big takeaway from the first quarter of action in this game. With that being said, let's see if anything's happening here on the – there we go. Oh, I just got a text. My dad is on the broadcast, so thank you for tuning in, Dad. So let me know in the comments, Dad, what were your takeaways? There you go. Dad, what was your takeaway? I see a gold bolts from you in the comments, but I need your takeaway from the first quarter, man. I don't know if he was actually able to get in. I'm just talking nonsense here. We're on a commercial break anyway, so we can do that. But so let's look at some stats. You know what? We got a minute here. Let's look at some stats. I don't want to just sit here and do nothing in this meantime. But we're going to go right here we're going to share this. So stats from the first half, or first quarter, I should say. Let me let's go. Let's look at team stats first. So we got 5 passing first downs, 3 rushing first downs. We got 1 from the penalty there. 1 for 3 on third down. That's fine. 48 passing yards. Let's see. So, and time possession's really, really equal. So not much to be said from that. But I do want to go to the box score here, see the individual stats. Trey Lance so far, 5 for 9, 64 yards. So it took 1 sack for 2 yards. So we'll take that. Like I said, the running game's been a problem. 5 for 8 for Kamani Vidal. I just glanced up before, and I'll get you guys back on the stream here, or I'll get the ticker back. But a big gain of 12 yards for Rondé Gadsden to start the second quarter. Rolled out for Trey Lance, boot to the right. So very nice game for Rondé. He's looked really good today. As I was looking up the stats here, we got KLS, 3 receptions, 43 yards, Rondé, 2 for 21, and Brennan Thompson, 1 for 14. So those are the guys I wanted to see catching the ball today. So love that in that regard. But let's get back to the game cast. Make sure we're dialed here. Yep. Sweet. All right. So Trey drops back to pass over the middle. Big hit, but held on to by rookie 4th rounder out of Mississippi State, Brennan Thompson. Good catch over the middle and took a shot and held on to it. So love seeing that from the rookie, who everyone's always talking about his frame, but he plays bigger than his frame. We'll actually have to pull up his height and weight, but if you watch his tape from Mississippi State, he plays big, man. For a small guy, he plays big. So love that. Taking a shot, held on. And 1st and 10, we got to run to the right. And he cuts it back inside 32 is Jared Patterson for an 8-yard gain, maybe 7. So there we go. That's only 6. That's all right. That's probably the best run of the day so far, though. So good run from JP on that one. He's fighting for a spot, man. I don't know if we're going to keep 4 running backs. Everyone's talked about our 3. Plus, we're going to obviously have Alec Ingold back there. So don't know if there's room for Jared Patterson outside of the practice squad, but so good, big opportunity for him to try to make the roster. And 2nd and 4, we got a boot to the left, and Trey's still looking for something, scrambling, takes off and goes for about 9, maybe 8 yards on a scramble from Trey Lance for a Chargers 1st down. Looking at the comments here, Dad said he was doing work at the time. That's all good, no sweat. So love that. Nice little run from Trey Lance, scrambling. That's the biggest differentiator from everything I'm hearing from camp is that DJ Ugalele has looked better than Trey Lance, but Trey has that ability right there when the play breaks down to scramble, and that's what puts him ahead right now. So he's got to be able to do that. But we got a run to the left side, off tackle, and Jared Patterson runs through somebody, but then steps out of bounds for a 9-yard gain. So Patterson's figuring it out. I don't know if it's him figuring it out, the O-line figuring it out, or the Texans bringing in their backups. But running the ball, which was my concern after the first quarter. So love that. We got a 2nd and 1. And if you're looking on ESPN right now, apparently we're going to pick it up. Yeah, spoiler alert. So I do need to figure out this ticker, and that is a primary concern going into the second stream that we do. But as of now, 2nd and 1, and we got 3 receivers out wide, one of them being Scott Matlock, though, so who goes in motion to the left. They run to the left and pick up the first down with Patterson, I believe, again. So we got another first down on the ground. So running game is getting going a little bit. I like that. That's a good thing, and that helps Trey Lance a ton. That sets up play action, allows for him to roll out left, right, off of the play action, can really do some good things for him. So getting the running game going, making them at least trust it and at least respect it as a defense helps us out a ton. So big things going right there. So 1st and 10, and I'm not even looking at ESPN. So, yeah, I already know what's going to be. But Brendan Thompson on a jet motion, run to the right, and another big run for, number 35. That's actually not Patterson. Let's take a moment and find out who running back number 35 is. Let's go to the depth chart and check out the running backs. Is that Amar Johnson, it looks like? Who I won't pretend to know much about on this one. Yeah, Amar Johnson. Second-year guy out of South Dakota State. This is why we have the rosters, because preseason, we don't know all these guys. But he's running it well, and Amar Johnson cuts it inside for the touchdown. Yes, touchdown Chargers. Running back Amar Johnson. 2 good runs right there. And he's very north and south on that one, put his foot in the ground, made one cut, and got inside of the tackle for a nice little run. So very nicely done. Love that right there. And let's take a look here. Since we're going to since I got it pulled up, and let's look at running back Amar Johnson. This is who he is. 1 year, 5'10", 205 pounds. So short, stocky, and like I said, from what I just saw, very north and south runner. But I have not heard his name coming out of camp. So that's a good little drive for him. Dicker's setting up for the field goal right now. And we are up 9-10 pending, or 9-7 pending the extra point. And let's see how it goes. Snap is good. Hold is good. And that's Cameron Dicker. So, of course, the kick is good. And we got a 10-7 lead. So, nice little drive. Let's go through the play-by-play on it and see what we liked and didn't like out of that. But, so as I share the screen here, let's go down here, all plays. So what did we get out of that drive? Oh, goodness gracious. Sorry. Giving y'all some whiplash, giving myself whiplash a little bit. All right. So drive started right there with a 14-yard pass to Aronde Gatson, which was very nice. That was a big play there. Then it goes to a Trey Lance to a 14-yard pass to Brandon Thompson, which, again, my favorite part of that play was the hit he took and held on to the ball. Patterson, right tackle for a 6-yard gain. Trey Lance scrambles for 8. Patterson pushed out of bounds for a 9-yard gain. Patterson left tackle for a 3-yard gain. And then Amar Johnson, 6-yard gain. And then Amar Johnson, right tackle for the 7-yard touchdown. Cameron Dicker, extra point is good. And that's a great drive, giving us the lead again. So Chargers up 10-7 in this preseason game. And I'll tell you what, even though winning the game in the preseason isn't the main goal, they're keeping score. So I like the fact that we're winning games, and I think going 3-0 in the preseason is better than going 0-3. So love it. Let's go win this game. So we are at this point. Where are we at in this? Man. All right. Cool. So we're still on commercial break. Not much going on right now, but not much to really talk about in the preseason either. We could look – actually, you know what? That's not a bad idea as I think about it. Let's take a peek over to the NFL scoreboard and see. It looks like Cincinnati is beating Detroit. Actually, I'll click over here to the scores so we can look at it together. We got Cincinnati is up 10-6 on Detroit. The Steelers up 7-6 on the Aaron Rodgers.
The original
against the Packers.
The first. A light beer brewed that tastes like beer.
Sorry, guys. Started playing music there, or playing an advertisement. Patriots up 10-7 on the Colts. Cardinals beating the Raiders 14-7. Big news out of that game was that right before kickoff today, the Cardinals scratched Carson Beck, who looked really good in the Hall of Fame game, with a rib injury. So I know Cardinals fans are really excited to see him play. Doesn't look like he's going to get that time. I am curious. Let's check in on the Raiders, man. Let's see what the stats are of that game. So I have not watched this game, obviously, but looks like Kirk O'Chains went out 5 for 6, 50 yards and a touchdown. I do know both these teams are playing their starters early in that game for a series or two. Fernando Mendoza, let me get the Chargers really quick. Big return to past the 35-yard line for the Texans on the kickoff there. So I will get back to the Charger game in just a second. But Kirk Cousins, 50 yards and a touchdown. So seems like he got in, got his drive, got his job done, and got out. Fernando Mendoza, his first NFL action, he's 2 for 4 for 28 yards right now. They got Ashton Jeanty got 3 runs for 16 yards. That's the big ones. And looks like their leading receiver is Trey Tucker. And they did not get Brock Bowers the ball, which he may or may not have played. So with that being said, let's get back to the Chargers. Let's get back to the game that matters. So we have a big run. All right, so we got a first down for Houston right now. And now that I'm back tuned in, just locked into the game that matters, let's I'll catch up and see what I missed here. All right, so we got 2nd and 3. So they got a 7-yard gain on the first play. 2nd and 3, quarterback under center. That's not Davis Mills anymore, so I am curious who is playing quarterback for them. Again, forgive me, I am not up to date on the Texans' 3rd, 4th, 5th stringers. I'm pretty good with the Chargers right now, but I don't keep up with the whole league's backups to the backups. So I pride myself on being fairly knowledgeable, but don't know some of these guys. So they got a new quarterback in. I'm trying to catch who that is. He's number 16 for Houston right now. But they got a run on that play, picked up first down. So it's 1st and 10 Houston, man in motion, and another run to the right. And our edge fell down. Who was that? Just straight fell down. 54, that was Kennard. Just looks like he slipped. I thought he had him dead to rights in the backfield. It turns into a first down. Yeah, that's Kyle Kennard, who I've staked my claim as saying I think he's going to bounce back and be the 4th edge rusher on this team. So don't like seeing that. I need to see him step up, make me look good. But let's dial back in here. 1st and 10 for Houston. Send a man in motion. And play action, 16 drops back to pass, over the middle. Big hit by R.J. Mickens. But a big reception for about 18 yards for Josh Kelly, number 83 for the Houston Texans. I am trying to figure out who threw that ball, man. This is Graham Mertz, number 18. I am not sure who he is, to be honest with you, but he's playing quarterback right now. Probably a rookie. But we got man in motion, and looks like a run up the middle. Goodness, we cannot stop this Houston offense on this drive. Run, pass, it does not seem to matter right now. That was Kendall Williamson on the tackle. Marlo Wax coming in to help finish it off. Kendall Williamson dropping the head too, man. Come on, eyes up, make a hit. But he dropped that head down. That's a dangerous play. 2nd down and 2. And they got a jumbo package in right now. Single back. Handoff again. And tackle made in the backfield, but he ends up getting about 1 yard on the game. 96 for us. Is that Nick Barrett? It's Edwards. I need to freshen up on that one. So let's find out. Defensive tackle for us there. That's Tayraw Edwards. So 2nd-year guy out of Illinois. Must have been an undrafted guy from everything from what my best guess here. But nice play there. And really close to 1st down on the handoff. Can't tell if they actually got there. He did not get there. 4th and 1. And D'Amico in the preseason just seems to be going for every 4th down. So I bet they go for it. One of my favorite coaches in the league, man. D'Amico Ryan's amazing at what he does. Love watching that dude coach. Loved him as a player, too, by the way. I'm a big D'Amico Ryan's fan. I'm a big fan of this Houston Texans team, and I think they're going to be really good this year. 4th and inches, they go quarterback sneak. That looks like it got stuffed. Depends on where they spot it, but I think we stopped him short. Harbaugh's celebrating like we got him. Yep. Defense is coming off the field. That's a turnover on downs. Big time stop in the red zone. Love that. Love that. Beautiful job. Let's see who made that hit. All right, let's go through that drive again. This is something we can do. Again, first time doing this, so we'll see how this plays out here. But as we go through the drive there, that current drive, started it off, Whittingham, 11-yard run, and then we get a Mertz pass to Kelly for 17 yards, tackle made by R.J. Mickens on both of those plays, by the way. R.J.'s been everywhere tonight, so loving what he's doing. Then we get the 8-yard run from Whittington. Then we move up here. We get a 1-yard run from Pitzenberger, tackle made by Edwards, tackle made by Williamson on the prior play. And then the one that stuffed him, the 3rd and 1, Marlowe Wax gets in there. Another guy fighting for a spot, and I think he's going to get it. Marlowe Wax was really good for us last year on special teams, looked really good against Denver when he got a chance to play Week 18. And now he's looking good in camp, and here he is making plays in the preseason. So Marlowe Wax. And then Tayraw Edwards again was the one to stuff it on 4th down. So maybe someone to pay attention to. I won't pretend to know much about Tayraw Edwards, but that's 2 very nice plays in this drive alone. So a name that he's put himself on my radar at least. I don't know if anyone else's radar, but my radar doesn't matter too much. But yeah, so really good work here by Tayraw Edwards on that drive to stuff it up. So we're getting the ball back in our own, I think on our own 15. Yep, on our own 15. Perfect. All right. So Trey Lance still in the game. 5 minutes, 43 seconds left in the half. And we got a handoff up the middle to Patterson for about a 1-yard gain. The Texans do swarm to the ball very quickly. All right, we got 2nd and 10. They didn't even give him 1 yard out of that. 2nd and 10. Patterson motions to the left of Trey Lance, looking left, passing to the left, and should have been picked off. What a bad throw. That should have been a pick 6. That's an atrocious read and an atrocious throw by Trey Lance. Just eyes locked on Brendan Thompson the whole time. Never looked for anything else. And Ramsey had it and dropped it. Wow. Wow. All right, we got 3rd and 10, empty backfield. And Trey's taking a deep shot. Deep shot. Keandre Lambert-Smith had it in his hands. Looked like they got a hand on it. Good effort by KLS to go get it. No, he just dropped it, man. As he was going to the ground, I think he just Man. Good effort. Not a bad ball there. Sorry, guys, my ESPN's giving me all an ad. I didn't realize. Let me slide that up because we don't need to get copyrighted for anything here. But, man, that was a really tough that was a tough sequence, man. Because Trey made a terrible read. Good hit. Oh, finish it. Oh. All right, good punt, good coverage. Chargers look really good there. We got a 0-yard return out of that for Bond. And we're giving Houston the ball back with 4:39 on the clock. And who was it that – all right, well, let's go through it. Let's go through the drive, man, because it was a quick one. But, man, it's a frustrating drive right there on 3 and out. Patterson up the middle, no gain, wasn't blocked well, and we get guys in the backfield hitting him again, and he has to fight to get no yards. Trey Lance then should have thrown a pick 6 to Kamari Ramsey. Put it in the breadbasket, and he dropped it. Terrible read, terrible throw. And then Trey Lance pass incomplete, deep right, taking a shot, but just doesn't get it. So don't love any of that, man. That was a terrible drive. And Trey Lance is – the Trey Lance experience to me is – and I'll just talk for a minute. One of the more infuriating and frustrating experiences that I see flashes of like, man, he should be a starting quarterback in this league. And then I see flashes that make me go, he wouldn't be the starting quarterback in North Dakota State anymore. Like, it's just like, it's so up and down and hit and miss with him. Like, and I don't understand it, man. It's like, just make a play. The scramble play. It was like, he had pressure. He gets out of it. He makes a play. He runs for a first down, reads the play, does everything right. And then out route, catches, immediately looks left, right at Brendan Thompson, who's in double coverage, and then throws it right into Kamari Ramsey's chest and got lucky. Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm not sitting here being like, you could look at the stats and be like, Trey's playing great. I'm watching the game live, and I don't feel that way. And I think that's maybe what my frustration with him is. Like, sometimes I look at the numbers and I go, yeah, he's balling. But I watch the games and go, I don't know that he's really balling. He doesn't look that good. So, yeah, really tough, man. Really tough. Not loving that. All right. Well, I am curious to see what DJU will look like in the second half, because I think he should be putting pressure on Trey Lance to get that backup job. But all right, we got a handoff to the right. Got a hand on him in the backfield, but it looks like a 2-yard gain. And that's Edwards again making the tackle. Tayra Edwards has stood out to me more than any player on this team, from a guy who I didn't necessarily expect. But Tayra Edwards has stood out, and then RJ Mickens really, really stood out today. Being in the right place, making plays, hitting people. And early on, Genesis Smith was standing out for being in the right place in coverage twice. So those are kind of my takeaways on defense so far. Those have been the guys who have really just – and there's Tayra Edwards chasing him down again. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Y'all in the chat, someone let me know. Tara, but it's like T, like big T, small E, big R. So I think it's Tara. But all right, well, we got 3rd and 8. All right, we got 3rd and 8 from the 7-yard line. We got drops back to pass, bringing the heat. Oh, couldn't get to him. Junior Colson had him dead to rights. But it turns into, oh, no, and we got a hand on the ball. R.J. Mickens again. R.J. Mickens is everywhere today. Great job, man. He had his hand on it. Couldn't get the second hand to secure the pick. But great job by R.J. Mickens in the right spot. He's frustrated with himself for not picking it off, but it's a great play. And I'll say this, Junior Colson on the linebacker blitz was the guy who almost had him down in the backfield for a sack that put the pressure and made the bad throw. So love seeing that from Junior. Love seeing that from RJ. That's good stuff. We got a punt. Looks like, is that Davis back deep? Oh, is that Brendan Thompson's returning it? That 4.26 speed, we're seeing it as he gets to the edge. Doesn't quite turn the corner, but you see that speed. They said Brendan Thompson's he's gonna try to return some kicks this year. So love seeing that from Brendan Thompson. Anytime we can get the ball in his hands, man, I am a fan. Get the ball in his hands. Get the ball in Keaton Mitchell's hands. Those are home run hitters. All right. Anything going on in the chat, man? Y'all let me know where you're watching from. Let me know who's watching. And I will shout out and talk with any comments. Talk on any comments. Y'all let me know your opinions of the game. So we have a small chat room, but this is our first ever stream, guys. I didn't expect to have 20,000 people in the chat tonight. But yeah, y'all let me know where you're watching from. Y'all talk with me. Other than my dad. My dad's the only one talking to me so far. So. But really quick, sorry, I needed a drink real fast. But let's go ahead and go through the drive there from Houston. So handoff for 1 yard for Pitsenberger. Tackle made by Edwards. So Tayra Edwards again standing out every play. Mertz pass incomplete to Wayne. And then we got R.J. Mickens getting his hand on it to stop it on the 3 and out. And then we get the punt where we get a 12-yard return from Brendan Thompson, who – here's the thing about Brendan Thompson. 4.26 speed, so you assume he returned a lot of kicks in college, but he didn't. He said he did it in practice almost daily, but they only had him return a punt one time in college. But the one time he did, it went for 41 yards for the one play he did for Mississippi State. So it kind of makes you wonder why they didn't do it more. Maybe he was so good they didn't want to get him hurt in college. But in the league, he's going to have to return punts and kicks, I think. So seeing him get it done right there, he says he's comfortable with it. I saw that in the interview, the press conference he did. So he looked comfortable on that one there. Got to the corner, just ran out of space. He tried to turn the corner and get upfield, but I thought for a minute there he might take it for a house call. But got 12 yards out of it, good return, and puts the Chargers in good position to start this next drive. So let's see where we at. We are starting this one on the 23. They're showing on the broadcast right now, showing Will Anderson chopping it up on the sidelines, having a real good time. And he should, man. He just paid $50 million and gets to sit on the sideline and watch his teammates ball today. So that man should be happy. There's no reason not to. We got to toss that to the left to Jared Patterson for a 4-yard gain, but flag on the play. And they're calling offsides on the defense. So it's going to be an extra 5 and an automatic first down. Yeah, they're talking about Will Anderson right now on this broadcast, who is scary good. Scary good. He him and Danielle Hunter made life miserable for Bobby Hart and his one start at tackle last year for the Chargers. That was a miserable experience for him and impossible assignment, by the way. He had no chance, and it was not his fault. But all right, Trey Lance under center and KLS in motion. Drops back, throwing to the left, and that looks like – is that KLS again? Keandre Lambert-Smith, about a 13-yard gain, another first down. Looking good, man. Keandre Lambert-Smith has been really, really good tonight. On the offense, he's been the best player for our offense, which is exciting because we haven't heard a ton about him in camp. He's had a few flashes and a few big plays, but tonight looks really good. Which, keep in mind, we thought that last year too. He looked like a dog in training camp and preseason. Just looked like he was going to break out and be a star. Didn't really happen. So I'm hoping for a lot for him in the second year with Mike McDaniel. But all right, 1st and 10. Trey Lance in the shotgun, drops back to pass, throws to the left, and throwing to Scott Matlock, who we have been hearing has been playing a great tight end in training camp. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm a little skeptical about Matlock. Oh, and they jumped off sides again. Wow. Texans jump off sides again. So they're going to give us a free play there and replay second down. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Travis Burke holding up pretty well in protection as they show the replay. I like seeing that. Travis Burke, again, 4th-round pick out of Michigan. This time we got a toss to the left for Jared Patterson, who picks up 7 yards and a first down. Very nicely done. Only needed 5 for the first because of the penalty there. So great job by Patterson. And we are going to reach the 2-minute warning with the ball on the Houston 45-yard line. There's been a lot of good, a lot of bad tonight, guys. Just kind of sitting here pondering, like, what's been good, what's been bad. And as I'm thinking about, like, what do I feel? Because tonight I'm not looking at stats. I haven't done a ton, but what is this game making you feel as a Chargers fan? And to me, right now, I think I feel great about if KLS is your 5th receiver on the roster and he looks like this, I feel good about it. I don't feel great about Trey Lance, even though he's obviously the one throwing the ball to KLS, making him look good. But there's just been a lot of inconsistencies with Trey Lance. There's been a lot of hit and miss, up and down, which has kind of been the nature of Trey Lance. So that's a little unnerving for me. What is he going to be? And hopefully with the backup quarterback, you never see him play anyway. So that's kind of, I guess we can live with this. But I don't feel great about Lance. KLS looks good. Gadsden looked really good. Obviously, he's out of the game now, but he looked good on the offensive side. The O-line has been hit and miss. They've done well protecting for Lance. There's not been a lot of pressure on Trey Lance tonight, so I think that's been good as far as the passing game goes. Run blocking has not been great. There's been a lot of times the back's getting hit in the backfield, so I think that needs to get cleaned up. But there's been a lot of good and things we can build on with the O-line, which obviously as a Charger fan, that's concern number 1. So I feel overall good about this, guys. Defensively, standouts to me are Tayra Edwards, who's been really good in the backfield a lot today. And RJ Mickens, man. RJ's been awesome. And Genesis Smith made a couple of plays, look good in coverage. I've been dying to see Genesis Smith just come up into the backfield or like a couple yards in front of the line and light somebody up, man. I want to see the tackling for him improve, and everyone's saying he's doing better. I wanted to see it, but haven't seen him make any big hits tonight, but he has been there to make plays on the ball. So at halftime, we will run through the stats. We'll run through the team stats. We'll run through the individual stats to see who's making plays. But Yeah, it's been overall good first half. Up 10-7, got a chance to go put some points on the board right now. So I want to see it. I know y'all want to see it. And let's go get it done. Let's see Trey Lance get one more score right here before the half. So all right, here we go. So we got Trey Lance in the shotgun, Jarrett Patterson behind him in a pistol formation. Got Matlock playing nothing exclusively tight end. Great block by Matlock to spring him for 3 yards. Looks like we're going to get a holding call. Yeah, the Texans had multiple guys calling for holding, so I don't know who they're going to call it on, but pretty good there by Trevor Penning. Nice blocking. I thought he did a great job there. Man, I thought Penning had a great block there. I don't like – he got his hand a little outside, but that's a ticky-tack holding call. I don't love that. And honestly, I think great job by Trevor Penning. So I'm taking that as a positive play, even with the result being a 10-yard loss. So, but we do have 1st and 20 now. Trey Lance sends him the running back to the left side, throws a slant to the right. Unable to bring it down is Brennan Thompson with the safety closing in on him. That's a hospital ball by Trey Lance, man. I hate seeing that. Grateful the safety didn't put the hit on Thompson, and he went for the ball instead. But a slant route over the middle and just no looking at the safety. He throws it on the timing route and could have got Thompson really hurt, which I have to say, this is my concern with the Mike McDaniels, everything talking about timing. If the defense is on time and you're just going on your first read and timing, that's really dangerous. So you still got to play quarterback and read it. And Trey Lance is not doing that. He's just hitting his first read. But this play, Brennan Thompson for 17 yards, great play. Really great throw by Lance on this one. I got to give him that. I've trashed him a little bit. Good throw by Lance. Thompson brings in another big catch for another 16 yards. 16-17, they can't decide. I've seen 3rd and 3 and 3rd and 4. They're finally calling it 3rd and 4 for the Chargers offense here. Minute 16 left on the 39-yard line for Houston. Got to go pick up this first. Oh. And Lance got a lane to the left. He's going to actually throw it and dump it off to Patterson for a 12-yard gain down to the 25. So that's like a 14-yard gain. Good job. And Trey Lance's legs were enough of a threat that they had to come off of Patterson, opening him up. So really great job there by Trey Lance, scrambling, finding time, and finding Patterson there. So really good. Love that. Very nicely done. All right. And we got the ball right now. Where do we got it at? It's not showing me where we're at on the field exactly. I think I thought it was about the 25-yard line. Yep. All right. We're going to go from the 25. So we got 59 seconds left. He did end up getting that to the 24. So all right. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Pistol formation. Trey Lance drops back and throws it right into the chest of the defender. This is going back a long ways. Unbelievable. And once again, Kamari Ramsey, who's a legitimate NFL corner, who is very, very talented. I'm shocked he's playing this much in this game. Golly, man. Trey Lance just threw it right in his chest. Again, Trey looks like he's just first read and go tonight. He's not reading the defense at all. And when the first read is there, he's looked good, but when it doesn't, he can't come off of it. Oh, man, I hate that. Like, that was just right into his chest, man. That was he just took the first read and chucked it, man. That was not good. But Houston's got the ball on the 47-yard line of the Chargers. Get the ball in Chargers territory. Mertz drops back to pass. Pressure on him. Dumps it off to the running back for a negative 4-yard loss for number 50 for the Chargers. I'm not 100% sure who 50 is. I will check that in a minute. All right, in shotgun, they're hurrying up. Mertz drops back, scrambling up the middle. And once again, looks like number 50 again. Who's making that tackle? E. Johnson, who I will learn these players, guys. We're linebacker making a couple plays here. So Imani Johnson is who we're looking at on this one. So again, second-year guy, 6'2", 218 pounds out of Nevada. So, all right. Well, Houston called timeout after the scramble. So, third down here. Looks like, third and 13 still. So, got a chance to get a big stop. The main thing is keeping them out of field goal range here. Oh, I'm sorry. It's 3rd and 9, 3rd and 13. They just said false start on ESPN. The lag got me again, guys. All right, that's okay. So, we're going to get a false start. Yep. So, we get the false start, and it's about to be 3rd and 14 from the Houston 48. At the end of the half, they will kick it from further, and Jaime Fairbairn can boot it. So, we got to keep them out of field goal range here, take this 10-7 lead to the half. All right. All right, 3rd and 14. They got a tight end and a running back in the backfield. The Chargers are bringing heat. Looks like they're bringing 5. Pressure's on. He scrambles away from it, and we're in man coverage, and there's nobody there. Marlowe Wax. Nope. Delshon Phillips. Which one was that? Oh, it was Marlowe Wax. I was right off the bat. I don't know why I questioned myself. Marlowe Wax saves it, gets back over to him, and stops him short of the first down. And quarterback is down on the field in a lot of pain. Just took his helmet off. Not sure what happened. It wasn't a big hit. Looks like he might have tweaked something when he tried to stop and plant. Yeah, that doesn't look good. Yeah, that's not good. That's a non-contact. He went to stop and plant, and his knee buckled, and he immediately grabbed his knee and took his helmet off. He's walking off the field without assistance. Clearly very frustrated, in a lot of pain. So prayers up for Mertz. I'm not sure his first name, but for the Texans backup quarterback there. Like I said, looks like he's in a lot of pain, very frustrated as he walks off the field. Oh, my goodness. Houston's trying a 61-yard field goal right now. And it's not Fairbairn. It's Chris Freeman. Had the distance, just a little to the left. Great attempt on a 61-yarder by Chris Freeman, who I don't know who that is, but Is Fairbairn not the kicker? Very interesting. Okay. Well, all right. Well, we're at the half. Chargers take a 10-7 lead into the half. So love that. Let's go. I've gone through it a bit, but the good and the bad, Trey Lance has been up and down. My read on Trey Lance right now is he's throwing the first read on almost every play right now. So I don't love what he's doing. Hasn't looked good. There's leaving a lot to be desired, and has thrown multiple balls that should have been picked off. And he's just going at his first read. He doesn't seem to like what I'm watching his eyes, and I see, especially when he's in the shotgun, catch, look to left or right, whichever way. When he looks to one side, locks in, and I never see his eyes bounce, which tells me he's not reading the field. He's just lock one and go, which I know McDaniels has talked about. The timing of the footwork of the quarterback has to match the timing of the receiver's route, but you still have to be able to read, oh, my first read's not open. So I don't like what I'm seeing from Trey Lance. I really hope to see more from DJ Ugalele today, or Ugalele. I never say his name right, but I really hope to see better from DJU, man. Like, this has not been a good half of quarterback play. However, he's gotten away with it because his first read is separated, whether it's KLS or Brandon Thompson or Rondé Gadsden. Those guys have played really well, and they are separating and getting open. So statistically, probably not a bad first half. And those guys played really well for him. So I like what I saw from the receivers there. Not super impressed with the Scott Matlock experience at tight end. As far as offensive line, I saw a lot of good in pass protection, not a lot of good in running and the running game. So that's kind of my takeaways on that regard. We didn't get a ton of pressure without blitzing. So that's something there. When we blitzed, we got pressure, but we weren't able to get pressure with 4. So on the defensive side, that's kind of a big takeaway on that regard. Corners, Smith made a couple big plays, but also did give up the touchdown. So good and bad with him. And he's the rookie undrafted free agent guy who's really balled out. So I'll take the win there on the coverage. And he wasn't in bad position on the touchdown play. So I give him some love there. Genesis Smith made some plays. I thought got a really bad ticky-tack pass interference call there that he shouldn't have gotten, and then almost had a pick in the end zone, but just stepped out. So good job by Genesis Smith. And the standouts have been this on defense. Tayraw Edwards has been making plays in the backfield in the running game a lot, and got a couple pressures in the passing game. So really good for Tayraw Edwards. And RJ Mickens has been literally everywhere, which I'm excited for because I know CO Chris O'Leary said in his press conference he's really challenged him to be a playmaker and to just go trust your eyes and go get the ball. So he's all around the ball. Could have had a pick, maybe 2. Definitely had a couple big hits. Has been all over the field. Looks really good. So, and as far as special teams, J.K. Scott, a couple good punts. And Cameron Dicker, knocked in a field goal and an extra point. Looks good. He's as automatic as they come. So we'll take that as a win. Let's go ahead and go through the stats really fast. And then we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm going to go get a sandwich. And y'all take a little break for halftime, and we will reconvene in just a little bit. But we'll leave the stream up. There will be no one here, but we're going to leave the stream up for a minute. And that's all right. Not a big deal there. It's a preseason. But here's what we got going on. So if you look at these stats, Trey Lance went 9 for 17 with 124 yards and a pick. So not great. 52% completion percentage. Not what we're looking for. 52% or 52 quarterback rating, which is even worse. So I just didn't like what I saw from Trey at all. The running game, Jarrett Patterson went 5 for 25. Kamani Vidal went 5 for 8, but Kamani seemed to really get the short end of the stick on that one. Amar Johnson, 2 runs, 13 yards, and a touchdown. So I hope we can see more of him in the second half. I like the 2 runs I saw. He did pop for me a little bit there. Trey Lance had 1 scramble there. Whew. Sorry, guys. Oh, man. KLS, best receiver, best player of the game so far, in my opinion. 4 receptions, 58 yards, had a really good half. Brendan Thompson got 2 for 30. Could have had a few more. Got targeted a lot more than that. But again, it was just the first read and probably shouldn't have been targeted. So don't blame him. I just think there was good coverage. Aronde Gadsden, 2 catches, 21 yards. Jared Patterson, 1 for 15. And that was it on that. Kamani was 0 for 0. So we got R.J. Mickens, 5 tackles, 4 solos, 1 pass breakup, and almost a pick on that PBU. Nico Reed, 4 tackles, no PBUs. Tayra Edwards, again, 3 tackles and 2 solos, and just very disruptive on his. The stats don't speak for everything he did. Marlo Wax has been everywhere, making good plays. He's looked good. Colson's been he's looked good. Three tackles, 1 solo, and had a pressure on the quarterback on a blitz. So he's looked good there. So which Marlo Wax and Junior Colson is the competition for our 5th linebacker spot. So important one there. Trey Lance with the tackle here on his own pick. But Kyle Kennard, 1 tackle. So not a ton to learn from here. But overall, good first half. Whew, man, I need some caffeine in me before I hit this second half. But we're going to look really quick at the team stats, and then we'll take this little break. So total yards, Chargers got 176. Texans got 134. We've run 3 more plays than them. We've got 50 more passing yards, so that's good. I mean, I got to give Trey that. They've run the ball much better, 63 to 54. And time of possession has been 15 minutes, almost 16 minutes for the Chargers, 14 for the Texans. And they've had more more penalties. Sorry. We just had the 1 bad turnover. So ultimately, I think we've really outplayed them, that 1 turnover notwithstanding. So I think a lot to be happy with, a lot to be excited about. And not too upset. Like I said, I'm not personally loving how Trey Lance played, but he'll have 2 more games. So give him some grace, give him some love. And with that, we're going to take a quick break. And the stream will keep rolling. I don't see the need to start a second stream for the second half. But stream will keep rolling, and we're going to dive right back in. So love y'all. Peace out. Go get a sandwich and bolt up. In the words of Jim Harbaugh, go bolt the heck up. And I'll be right back. So. What? All right, guys. Y'all got to give me a little grace here. I talked through the stats and all that and ate up a good chunk of halftime. So we are starting the second half right now. And so we're starting the second half. And I apologize. I haven't eaten. I was trying to get a couple sandwiches wolfed down really fast. So I need y'all to bear with me while I commentate while eating a peanut butter sandwich because that was what I could make very fast. So we're going to dive in. Looks like I think Davis Mills is coming back out. Let me change this. So Davis Mills looks like he's going to play the third quarter because I think the plan for them was to have Mertz play the rest of the game. And after he got hurt, I think Mills is going to actually end up finishing this out. So we'll actually face a legit NFL quarterback who has been a starter at one point. So that'll be good for us. And 51, that's not Ian Tucker. Nope, that's Carter making the tackle there. So great job on 1st and 10, getting the stop. And, we're dialed in here. Sorry, I'm trying to get dialed in here, I should say. I really thought halftime was going to be longer than it was. All right, there we go. I got the stream. I got everything so I can see. All right, so we got 2nd and 8 from the Houston 22-yard line, 23-yard line. Mills under center, handoff to the left, and tackle made by lots of bodies. I can't see exactly who made that one. Number 96, that is Tyrod Edwards again. All over the place tonight. So love that for him. I'm just going to eat on commercial breaks here. And that's so right now I'll keep commentating because eating peanut butter is going to get my mouth all jacked up and make it difficult here. But we got 3rd and 6, 13:40 to go in the third quarter. Davis Mills in the shotgun. Receiver goes in motion. Running back to the left. And he drops back over the middle. And tackle made by Junior Colson, but it is going to be a Houston Texans first down. Junior just wrapped him up and kind of rolled him rather than stopping him. So I wish I would have seen him just pop him, man. He kind of waited for him to come to him, and then he rolled over the top of Junior Colson. But Colson with the tackle, though. And we need to see him in the right place making tackles. So I love that. So we're back to 1st and 10. Davis Mills running with the 3rd and 4th string guys right now. Oh, that looked like a false start for the left tackle to me, but no call. And 54, that's Kyle Kennard putting a ton of pressure on Davis Mills, and he just throws it at the feet of his receiver. And we got 2nd and 10. All right. Great job, Kyle Kennard. He had no pressures all of last year. So I've seen him have, I think, 2 tonight that I can recollect. So love that. And we are at 2nd and 10. Heavy jumbo package in for the Texans. Kendall Williamson coming on a blitz and shuts it down 4 yards in the backfield. Safety, Kendall Williamson on a blitz. Great job. Good call by O'Leary. They dialed it up perfect, and Williamson executed and put the running back down 3-4 yards back in the backfield. We got 3rd and 14. And they're just showing D'Amico Ryans on the TV copy right now. So, all right, here we go. Chargers playing very deep. Definitely looking to play coverage. Only rushing 4 here. Mills drops back to pass. There's still pressure, even with 4. That was a big concern at halftime. So, good job there. And tackle made by number 50, who I said I was going to look into. That is Imani Johnson, second-year guy out of Nevada. So, if I remember right, I feel like I know his name. I think he was on our practice squad last year. So he's made a couple tackles tonight, looking really good. And we got 4th and 3. Houston is lining up for a punt. And who's that back there? That wasn't Brendan Thompson. I'm not sure who's back there receiving this punt. And the punt is away. Very high punt. Oh, it's Luke Grimm, who almost dropped it, but finds a way to recover, makes it happen, and does not muff it. So, all right, Chargers force another punt. And I will turn the camera off for just a moment because I feel weird with y'all watching me eat. But we're going to take a quick pause. And I'm going to turn the video off. I'll leave the audio on, and we're going to go ahead and take this little commercial break. Actually, I'm going to turn the audio off. All right, we are back from commercial. I was trying to. Sorry, guys. I was trying to put some music on in the background for the commercial breaks, which I might have to figure out how to do that. But let's see. All right, here we go. So we're back from commercial. Sadly, I can't get the Chargers broadcast. I just have the Texans broadcast, so they're talking with some executive for the Texans here, which I won't lie to you, means nothing to me, but they didn't show a first down. So now 2nd and 12. I don't know how we lost 2 yards. DJ Uiagalelei is in the game. No, that's Trey Lance again. Was that Trey? 87, Luke Grimm making the catch here. Let me get back to the game cast. That'll probably help me. Yeah, Trey Lance is still out there. I thought DJU was supposed to get the second half of the game, but maybe they weren't satisfied with Trey Lance and they want to get him one more series just to clean some things up. So I'm curious to know why they're doing that. But let's see here. 3rd and 5, receiver in motion. And again, at this point in the game, I may not know all of the guys, but we will try to do as best we can with getting the names right. Trey Lance scrambles, and he takes off. He has a lane. Big play. Gets up to the 41-yard line. It's a great athletic play by Trey Lance. And that's the one thing that does pop off the screen if you're watching Trey. His reads aren't always the best. His accuracy is not great sometimes. Sometimes it's really good, but tonight, the thing that's popped has been his legs. He's really good with his legs, and that's where I think DJ has a hard time becoming the backup because I don't think DJU really does that. Now, he's better at reading a defense, and accuracy is better, things like that. As we get a pass to number 42, not 100% sure who 42 is, but it was we got a tight end motion across the line of scrimmage, play action, and hits 42, who is Johnny Pachuski. So Good play right there for Pashkuzi. Good Lord. I don't know on that name, but yep, that's who caught it, guys. Tight end number 42. This is the joy of preseason. All right, play action. Lance rolls to the right, and good pocket. Finds Pachuzki again. Another big play. So they're finding something here with Pachuzzi. Someone let me know how to say this guy's name, man. I need hooked on phonics for this one. But it's got a Texans player down on the field, but they got him off the field. So I think they're just going to – I can't see who's hurt for Houston. But that has been one thing I'm grateful to see. The Chargers healthy. They look good. Knock on wood. I don't want to jinx anything here, but big run big pressure in the backfield, but it looks like a face mask as they run to the left. Let's see. False start. Wow. I thought it was a face mask coming. It was a false start on the Chargers. So that is not how I expected that play to go down. But, I'm sorry. I read it wrong. Illegal formation. That makes more sense. I was like, I did not see a false start. So we got an illegal formation on the Chargers there. And they're going to back that play back up. And that was Johnson again who scored the touchdown earlier. So. And I really wish this Texans broadcast, I know they have to do this. They've got some front office executive people that are on the headset right now. So they're doing more looking into the Texans booth right now. But we got 1st and 15, empty backfield, shotgun for Trey Lance. He looks right, looks left, scrambles, and gets taken down for a sack. That's the first time all day that I've seen him look one way and then go back a different direction, and it leads to him getting sacked. So 91. It was a simulated pressure. He drops into coverage, and then the Chargers part the Red Sea for him, thinking he's not coming, and he's able to just have a straight line to the quarterback, untouched. Oh, that was Naquan Jones. That's a former Charger. I didn't realize even who it was. Man. All right. We got to run up the middle now. On 2nd and 22, a run for about 4 yards. Yeah, 3rd and 18. Goodness gracious, man. Yeah, we got Naquan Jones getting a sack against the Chargers. That explains the celebration on the sideline because I thought they're oddly hyped for this guy, but that makes a lot of sense. All right, Trey Lance, 3rd and 18, empty backfield, 5 receivers out wide, and not a lot happening. Trey's going to try to scramble around in the backfield and take off again for 4 yards, and that's going to lead to another punt. So, very frustrating so far. Trey Lance, man, I mean, I keep calling it the Trey Lance experience because it's up and it's down. But Dicker lines up, smokes it right through the middle. Easy money for Cameron Dicker. And we get the field goal, and we're up 13-7. So 6-point lead for the Chargers. We're going to take a little commercial break ourselves with no commercials. But I'm going to eat my lunch or my dinner. So we'll give you all a quick little break, and we will be back as soon as the game is back on.
by Riverside.
All right, we are back after the Chargers field goal, and I kick it off to the Texans, who receive it at the 5-yard line, and good breaks the tackle, gets up to the 29-yard line, but there is a flag on the play. We'll see if this stands or if it's going to get called back. It's holding number 59 of the Texans, so that will come back, and we will have really good starting field position for the defense. I'm going to refresh this page and make sure that we're up to date here. All right, here we go. Davis Mills, play action, drop back to pass, over the middle. Oh, right through the hands of Marlowe Wax. Could have been a pick, should have been a pick. But in the right position again, jumps the route. Good job, Marlowe Wax. Wish he would have come down with it, but good pass breakup right there. And we got 2nd and 10. Marlowe Wax still playing, and Junior Colson in there. They both are playing a lot and looking pretty good right now. All right, we got a shotgun formation, running back off to the left, drop back to pass. Chargers bring the blitz, and tackle made by number 24. I believe that's Shelley. And he was a good coverage there, good pressure up the middle. Pass completed to Lewis Bond, rookie out of Boston College, who we did some work on in the draft process. I liked him a little bit. Late round pick, though. 3rd and 5 for Davis Mills and the Texans. They're bringing a corner blitz off the edge. Oh, and they picked it up beautifully. Great job by the Texans, the O-line. And Colson stops him a yard short. Great job, Junior Colson. He's played well tonight, man. I was worried about Junior, but he's played well, and you can tell like he's fighting for a roster spot right now. So, great job by Junior Colson. We got a 4th and 1, and D'Amico Ryans is sending out his punt team. Wow, I'm stunned. All right, number 24. That's Shelley back to return the punt. So this is a way for him to try to make the team, I guess. punts deep, catches it inside the 20, drops the punt, but picks it back up. Might have a lane, is running backwards now. Oh my goodness, but he tries to get to the edge. A lot of work right there for about a 3-yard punt return. But, I might have a guest joining me on the podcast, guys. Sorry, guys. I do record from home, and I do have 2 kids. So give me 1 second. One of my boy is coming in to join us, but he seems camera shy as I'm commentating. You can come. EJ, be careful, buddy. We got lots of equipment set up here, but now we got the whole family in here for the podcast. Luckily, we're on a commercial break, so I can just be a little goofy. But you know what? It's the Bolt Fan Podcast, so is it time to meet the fan? Is it time? I guess it is. Well, look at that. Zamira Rain making her podcasting debut. Do you want to take him? My wife's looking at me like, please get my kids' faces off the internet right now. But look at how adorable this face is. Look at how adorable. If this doesn't get you to subscribe to the channel, I don't know what could. I got mouths to feed. Subscribe to the channel. So, all right. We're going to get the kids out. It's a commercial break. Go ahead. Hey, Daddy will be back in a little bit. Okay, guys? Go, Mama. All right. Sorry for that, but also not sorry because being a father is my favorite job and it is the greatest blessing on planet Earth. So, it was a good time for my kids to break into the room while my wife's doing laundry. So, but here we go. So, where are we at right now? Oh, let's run through that sequence really fast as we go through that last 9-play drive for the Chargers. Sorry. So that drive starts off with a negative 2-yard run by Johnson, 7-yard pass by Trey Lance. So we get us to a 3rd and 5, and he scrambles for 15. So big run there by Trey Lance keeps us going. That's a key play for that drive. Trey Lance pass short left to Pachuzzi for 14 yards. Then a pass deep right or short right, but went for 19 yards to Pachuzzi as well. And then negative 1-yard run with the penalty there. So then we end up going to 1st and 15. Then Trey Lance sack goes for -7. So now we're 2nd and 22. Johnson goes for 4. And then we get another 4-yard run from Trey Lance and then end up kicking the field goal. So that's how we got to that point. We got those points on the board. And we are now 13-7 and getting the ball back. And that looks like it's finally time. Yep, that's number 7. So that's DJU finally in the game. Play action, drops, sitting in the pocket, all kinds of time. Goes deep over the middle and just barely underthrows 82, who I believe is that. I think 82 is Campbell. Let me, I can verify real quick since we got a second here. Is that Jaquay Jackson, maybe? Yes, that was Jaquay Jackson. Sorry. So, 3rd-year man out of Rutgers. All right, here we go. So we've got man in motion, 2nd and 10, handoff to the right, and gets blown up for a 1-yard gain. Let's see. All right, so we've got 3rd and 9. I can't see the play because they're interviewing C.J. Stroud right now, who I am just now learning that C.J. Stroud cut his hair. Man, when did that happen? That's tough, man. His dreads were great. So he looks great, but I was a fan of the cornrows there, man. So anyways, all right, 3rd and 8. Over the middle and pass incomplete, but a flag on the play. That looks like it's going to be pass interference. I thought he got his hands in there early. That's going to be a pass interference on number 41 for the Texans. And we're about to pick up a free 1st down. Yep. All right, so we are now first down. All right, first down on the 25-yard line. DJ under center, two running backs in the backfield. Tight end goes in motion to the right. Handoff runs to the right, breaks outside the tackle, spins, and that is a first down for number 31, running back number 31. So let's go ahead and get to know some of these Chargers players at the bottom of the depth chart here. This is running back. It's going to be Gregory DeRozier, who's a rookie out of Memphis, undrafted rookie out of Memphis. The really downside here is watching this Texans broadcast, and they are not focusing on the Chargers at all. So any of their stories are all, I'm seeing all this stuff about Nico Collins and CJ Stroud. I wish they'd just show me some football. But all right, heavy package, and DJ under center, toss play to the right, and he cuts back in. DeRozier cuts back inside for about a 3-yard gain. Not a bad. What happened there? Was there a? Oh, I missed it. There was a flag on that last play, so we got a holding call or something. Went to 2nd and 20, so that's a 4-yard gain that bumps us back to 2nd and 16. Or I'm sorry, it was 1st and 20, and then we ran for 4 for 2nd and 16. I didn't say that very clear, so let me clear that up. But we got shotgun formation. It's like 2 tight ends set right now. And that's going to be an illegal shift. What are we doing? What are we doing? The operation there was not good. We got an illegal motion. We're going to move back 5. It was a miscommunication between DJU and Pachuzzi there. He sent him in motion, but Pachuzzi wasn't sure, so he stopped and started and went back, and very clearly an illegal motion there. So we got 2nd and 21 now, and the clock is rolling. We're at 1 minute and 9 seconds left in the third quarter. If you're watching the broadcast I'm watching, they're showing nothing but CJ Stroud's new haircut, because that is apparently the biggest story at this time of the game. 5 wide. And he's quick pass out to the left from DJ out to number 35. That's Amir Johnson, or I forget now. I'm messing up his first name. It was Johnson, the same running back who scored earlier. Amar Johnson, not Amir Johnson. Sorry, Amar Johnson. So split him out wide as an X receiver, and he went out and caught it and picked up some yards. So now we got a 3rd and 8. About 30 seconds left on the clock. So this likely will be the last play of the third quarter. And we got a shotgun formation with a running back to the left. DJU takes a snap, drops, throws to the right, shakes a tackler, and we have a Chargers first down. And that is another receiver that we need to learn. So the joy of late in games. Number 24, and I did catch the last name as he was getting up off the turf here. So that was, if I can find him here, that is Devontae Ross. So rookie, 5'10", 170 pounds out of Penn State, Devontae Ross. So making that last play. So. For those of y'all who are wondering, I do just have the Chargers roster on their website pulled up, and I'm just kind of clicking through whenever there's guys I don't recognize. Like I said, tried to do my homework ahead of time, tried to learn a bunch of these guys, but some of these guys have duplicate numbers because I think Shelley's wearing 24 as well, and Ross now, so just kind of a little difficult figuring out who's who and what's going on there. But to be real, a lot of these guys won't be on the roster, but it is interesting to note we have a 90-man roster, 53 make the cut, and you're going to have 17 guys on the practice squad. So if some of these guys play well, you could see, Ross on the practice squad. You could see, DeLavon Campbell, who I talked about earlier. You could see, Amar Johnson, the way he's running the ball. So some of these guys aren't really fighting for roster spots, but they're fighting for practice squad invites. So who knows? We'll see how all this goes and how it shakes out. But there's some guys here to look for. So it's not meaningless football here in the fourth quarter. We have 15 minutes left of the first preseason game. Defense has looked really good. It held them to 7 points. They got it early on that touchdown. But defense has been good. Offense has been a little bit shaky. But I think next week the plan is for the offense to have the starters play at least a series or two. So I think the offense probably will look better with better players. Like, I just really believe that. A lot of times this time of year, defense is ahead of offense as it is. And then when you don't run your starters out there, the guys who haven't been getting as many reps in practice, like, it's going to be sloppy. There's been some false starts. I just talked about the illegal motion, which was very much less than ideal. But, overall, not bad. The offense is, like I said, shaky, not been impressive, but the defenses look good. So I would really love to see a big pick, a big turnover to kind of just seal the defensive performance here today. So that's kind of what I'm looking for in this fourth quarter. Just one guy go out and make a big play on defense, pick off Davis Mills, take it to the house, something big like that, But as of now, we got 13-7. We have the ball. It is 1st and 10 on the Chargers' 38-yard line. So we are coming out right now, getting to the line of scrimmage, and we have right now DJU under center, 3 receivers out to the left, bring 1 in motion, and play action fake. Oh, that's a clear pass interference. Where is the flag? There's no flag? Wow. Both guys are going for the ball, and man, I think it was Jackson again. Forget the running or the receiver's name, number 82. I gotta remember. Sorry. Jaquay Jackson. He was in position. He got hit. I am shocked there was no call there, but we got no call on that. So we now have 2nd and 10, 14:55 to go in the fourth quarter. We got 2 guys who have gone in motion. DJ's under center. The snap, play action, rolling out to the right, and finds Pachuzzi again for not quite a first down. And looks like 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4. Nice little play by DJU. The Chargers they're showing right now are 4 for 8 on 3rd down tonight, which 3rd down is the money down. You got to convert on 3rd. So 3rd and 4 is a good opportunity right here to convert. DJ in the shotgun. Ross goes in motion. Swings it out to the running back, and Johnson's free. Johnson to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, 5, and taken down at the 1-yard line. Oh, but there's a flag at the 40-yard line. Oh, no. Oh. We just got a roughing the passer. So we are good. That play stands with a roughing the passer penalty to get us 3 inches closer because he had to have just been down at the 1-yard line. They get a roughing the passer call. Johnson breaks it for about a 40-yard reception, almost to the house, and gets not taken down at the 1. So great job right there. Amar Johnson has looked good today. Almost got his 2nd touchdown of the game. I think he's earned it. I hope they give it to him right here and let him go get one. But 1st and goal from the 1, pistol formation, handoff to Johnson, up the middle, touchdown, Chargers. Love it, man. Amar Johnson's looked good tonight. He's acquitted himself well. And let's take a minute to get to know Amar Johnson again. As I stop this and share the other screen. Let's take a look at the Chargers depth chart here because Johnson is doing a great job. So running back. So they have him listed as the 5th back on the roster. Young dude, 23 years old, as you can see here, 5'10", 205, and he runs pretty physical and he's pretty fast, man. I Gotta give them love here. But I was about to, but they're going for 2. It's 19-17, so they're trying to make it a 14-point game. Handoff to Johnson to the left, cuts it back inside, and they let him go pick up the 2-point conversion. Keep showing up, young man. This is how you make a roster. 2 touchdowns, converts a 2-point conversion. Excellent job, Amar Johnson. Love that. In the post-game episode tonight, we will talk about the O-line because I do want to see some of the PFF grades, and I don't have all that pulled up, and I'm not going to waste your time right now with that. But the O-line has looked better after like the second quarter on. They've looked pretty good. So they've done a good job. But let's get back here to Amar Johnson, who is second year in the league. I don't know where he was last year because I don't remember him being with us. But out of South Dakota State, 5'10", 205 pounds. Like I said, he runs physical. He's low to the ground. Pad level's good and pretty quick. So I am going to take a quick moment and a quick break just simply because we're streaming and I don't have backup today. So I'm going to run to the restroom. We're going to pause this right now, and we will be back very soon. All right, we are back and getting ready for the kickoff. So we are going to keep pushing through. We are almost to the end. And we got a return to the 34-yard line. Oh, sorry, I got myself too loud here. To the 34-yard line, but then Houston with a holding penalty. Houston's been, as much as I've complained about some of the sloppy things we've done, Houston's been way, way, way more sloppy tonight. So I do like that for the Chargers. All right, so right now we're getting an interview from a Texans player. I'm not sure who. All right. So we got a heavy package again. They're running a lot of heavy tonight, trying to protect Davis Mills as their backup and not let him get hit at all. So 7-yard gain right there for the running back for Houston. Let's get this back over. Sorry, let me get the ticker back on for you guys. There we go. There we go. We're back live there where we need to be. All right, we got pressure. They hit him and looking for the fumble. Is that a fumble? See how that's ruled. They hit Mills in the backfield. Not sure if that was a pass or if he fumbled that. If it's a forward pass for an incompletion or if it was a fumble. Let's see. Seems like they're calling it a fumble. Yep, fumble recovery by the Chargers. Very nice. So let's look back at that play so I can see. So fumble recovered by Barton. And then, yeah, so all right, let's find out who Barton is. That's a new one, linebacker number 57. Because that's another one that most of us probably don't know, because I don't know. Lander Barton is a rookie undrafted free agent out of Utah. So very nicely done there by Lander Barton. And again, that's how you make a team. Go make big plays. Who was that put the hit on him? Number 41. So the fumble was caused by number 41, who I'm not sure. Let's see if I can pull up the roster here and just organize it by number. That'll help me. So it's Miles Purchase, safety, forcing the fumble. And then big run right there. And the Chargers are down inside the 5. That's DeRozier or DeRozier. I don't know how you say his name, but with the big run down there to the 5-yard line. So DJ's got this offense back in business again, inside or on the 5. First and goal from the 5. Let's see what we got set up here for Mike McDaniel. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle. DeRozier to the 2. They're saying his name is DeRozier on the broadcast. So if I'm tripping there, I apologize. I mean, no disrespect. So I'll start saying that DeRozier down to the 2, down to the 3. Sorry. And DJU's looking good running this offense. Takes a snap, handoff up the middle, stuffed at the line. DeRozier is acting like he didn't go down. They finally blow it dead. 3rd and goal. They got Alex Harkey and Logan Taylor in there doing a good job. And Burke has played almost the entire game at left tackle. So really getting him a lot of reps out there, which has been good. So excited for him getting this much opportunity and this much run. So we got DJ under center, play action to the right, rolling out, got a couple options. Touchdown, Chargers. And that is number 24, who we have already talked about. But that is number 24, Devontae Ross. I was like, I knew it was Ross. I couldn't remember the first name. Devontae Ross on the crosser as DJ rolls to the left, throws himself another touchdown. And, man, DJ's look good. DJ's look really good. Some people really saying, like, DJ should be the second quarterback and not Trey Lance. And if you just go off of tonight, I would agree. Now, he's also playing against worse players and all kinds of stuff there. But yeah, he's doing a good job. And we are now up after – whoa, did Dicker miss an extra – Cameron Dicker missed an extra point. Wow, okay. Well, it's preseason when that happens. So, Chargers are up 27-7. I almost wonder if he didn't deliberately miss that because they don't want to have any possibility where this game goes to overtime. But because that seems like that's odd to me that Dicker just missed that one. But yeah, we're up 27-7, man. Let's take this time. This is an exciting time, obviously, for us. Getting a win against Houston tonight, obviously. I mean, all things assuming everything holds. But let's go take a look at these Raiders stats because I am curious in the division how the Raiders are doing. And then maybe we can check out some of these other contenders who played their starters, see how they did. But so with the Raiders here, I just want to pull up. I actually don't need all of that. I need the let's go to the box score because I care more about their quarterbacks. So Mendoza went in his first NFL action, 10 for 16, 97 yards and a touchdown. Got sacked once for 8 yards. So seems like, I mean, again, I haven't watched the film yet. I will watch it later probably, but decent little night for Mendoza. Cousins apparently looked good, 5 for 6 for 50 yards and a tutty. So you got to like that for Cousins. And, Genty 3 for 16, so averaging 5.3. So seems like they had a better night, man, despite losing the game. I am curious because the Cardinals are our week 1 matchup. So Brissett, holy crap. Jacoby came out and said 5 for 5, 44 yards and a touchdown. So sounds like he just led him down the field, one drive, got his touchdown, and went home for the night. So interesting. Gardner Minshew played the majority of the game, 14 for 16, 101 yards, 2 touchdowns, but we won't see him. Jeremiah Love, they let him play a lot. 11 carries, 58 yards. Wow, they ran him out there. Interesting. Okay. Tyler Algier, 4 for 19. We're going to have to deal with him as well. So Love and Algier are their guys. We look here. Top guys, Jalen Brooks, Reggie Virgil. Michael Wilson got one. I see Marvin Harrison finally 1 for 7. So not much for Marv. Simi Fehoko, former Charger, 3 for 23 and another touchdown pass after catching one in the Hall of Fame game. So last thing is I want to see. I just want to check the defense really fast. Any big, nothing major here. No interceptions for either team. So Greedy Vance played well for the Raiders. But all right, well, there you go. So that's kind of where we're at on that. I did just miss something, so I apologize. Let me get back here to the Chargers, and we will lock back in with the Bolts. It's now 2nd and 4. You can tell the Texans, since Davis Mills had to go back in the game, they did not want him in the game. They've been very protective. They're not letting him get hit. They're okay with going 3 and out. Like the Texans are almost okay not scoring as long as their backup quarterback doesn't get hurt. So this isn't a great test for the Chargers defense, but all you can do is deal with what succeed in the reps you were given, and they are succeeding in the reps they've been given. So I got to give them that, even though I don't love that, I get why, but they're just basically trying to run the clock, and Houston just wants to get up out of this game without any more injuries. So, again, understandable, but we're here now. 1st and 10 on the Chargers' 48-yard line. Davis Mills drops back to pass, play action, screen pass to the left, goes incomplete. Yeah, you can just see it's a very conservative game plan where they are just run left, run right, screen play, quick path. Like they're giving no chance for Davis Mills to have a hit put on him at all. So I guess it shows you they value Davis Mills, and that's cool. But I don't know, man. You're not getting a lot out of this from are we doing anything well? How are these guys playing? It's hard to really tell. But 2nd and 10, we get a pitch to the left and for a 3-yard gain, and it's now 3rd and 7 with 8 minutes and 22 seconds left in the game. I'm going to go ahead and click out of this, and we're just going to go right here. Let y'all see my beautiful face for a little bit as we do this. But we're looking at it right now. Like I said, 8 minutes left. Houston just wants out of here. They don't want their backup quarterback getting hurt because they just lost their third-string quarterback for, we'll see how long. There's no update on his injury. But now their second stringer's playing the entire first preseason game. So they don't like this. 3rd and 7, fake the handoff, pass to the left, and it looks like they're going to be short of a first down. And 4th and 1, here you would think they would normally go for it, but my guess is they just kick a field goal and take their points. No, they're going for it. I take that back. I was wrong. It would have been a 39. So they're on the 39 right now. So it would have been a 56-yard field goal. And now it's 4th and 1. Handoff up the middle. And the Chargers stuff it again. The defense has been amazing tonight. Again, recognize what it's worth. Recognize what it is that this was not exactly an elite game plan, and they don't want to move the ball up and down like that. But 4th and 1 and getting another stop, and I think that's the 3rd one of the night on 4th down. So great job, and love what I'm seeing from the competitiveness from the defense here. So we are at another commercial break, but the Chargers and DJU are about to get the ball, and he's going to go try to score again, man. He's absolutely going for it. He wants another one on his out here or on his numbers for himself here. DJ's 5 for 7, 88 yards and a touchdown right now, and he wants to make it too. So great outing, man. All the way through, just a great outing tonight. Great outing. I feel good about the team, man. I feel good about what we got going. The team's played well. And thank you all for everyone who has tuned in. I know it's not been the biggest crowd tonight, but first preseason game, like I said, I know what it is. I understand. But everyone who has tuned in, thank you. And if you wouldn't mind, do us a favor, subscribe, help us out today so we can grow and get this bigger and build a whole community where people are chatting throughout the game. I would love that, man. I would love to be able to sit here and chat with some Charger fans throughout the game. I know other Chargers content creators do the same thing, and we would like for y'all to just give us a chance. So appreciate it, man. But with that being said, we are tuning in right now. It is 8 minutes left in the first preseason game. The Chargers are about to go to 1-0. Houston doesn't even want to score anymore. They just want to get off the field and with everyone healthy. So we'll see how the Chargers play it right now. I would imagine the Chargers feel like they've seen enough, and they just want to run the clock out. So we're going to see a lot of running plays and a lot of chew clock situation here, a lot of 4-minute offense. But you still got to let DJ have a shot, man. You got to let him throw the ball a little bit and let him run the offense. Because if not, it's not for the Texans. It's not about running it up on them, making them look bad. But it's about seeing what we've got. And if we truly have a backup quarterback competition, then we need to see it. So, but with that being said, all right, we are back. We got a Mattress Firm ad on my broadcast here. But here we go. Now we're live. DJ's lined up. Shotgun formation. What do we got going on here? All right, 1st and 10 from the Chargers 39. Man in motion, handoff to the right. And looks like it's going to be about a 5-yard gain to the 44-yard line. Great job right there. And, Travis Burke, man, played the whole game from what I'm seeing. I have seen this dude out there from the first snap and at left tackle the whole time. So I'm curious how the coaching staff feels about him, but I think there's a good chance to get a 4th-round pick. A lot of snaps tonight. So he played the entire game. And they run behind him right now to the left and on a toss play that goes for -2 yards. So they're now at a 3rd and 7. Yeah, the Texans got a couple guys to the ball on that play. But I said rain behind him. That wasn't Burke who gave that up. Burke sealed the edge, and then we had a couple guys out there that couldn't hold the blocks. One of them being Pachuzzi, the tight end there. So 3rd and 7, 3 receivers to the right, and one is coming back in motion to line up at the tight end spot. DJ in the shotgun drops the pass, throws to the right, and over the head of Jaquay Jackson. So we are 4th and 7. Like I said, neither team wants to really do a lot right now. They just want to get up out of here. So 4th and 7, you got 5:57 left in the game, and we are about to punt the ball back to Houston. So they'll be kicking from the 30-yard line. Boots it. The ball's going to land at about the 15, and he catches it and takes a big hit. Who put that hit on? Great job by the gunner right there. That's number 31. Let's take a minute and learn the back end of this roster. Number 31, Noah Avinger, safety. And here, I'll pull it up and we'll share it so we can take a look here. It's good to know who these guys are and what they look like. There's no bios or anything else about them right now on here, but rookie from Utah State, so home of Jordan Love. So, and I think that's where Love went, if I remember right. But yeah, so rookie from Utah State, 6 foot tall, 190 pounds, and looking to make the team doing special teams work, apparently, because that was a great play. So we will – good job. I want to shout out all the guys who have made plays tonight and that we don't necessarily all know. So I think it's good to do that. So with that, good work there. And let's refresh the page here. There we go. So another commercial break. There's going to be a few of those at the end of this game. 5:57 left, and we are pushing towards the end of the first preseason game. And this, I won't lie, is where it becomes a grind to watch preseason football. You have to really be committed and love ball and love your team to really want to get into this. But I know there are people who are committed and love ball and love this team, so I'm locking in with you. But we're going to finish strong together as we go about it here. And maybe let's take some time right now to look ahead to next week. We get a preseason matchup against the Los Angeles Rams. And I'm super excited for that one. Obviously, the Rams are, the preseason Super Bowl favorites. I think everyone just expects them to win the whole thing already. So they've already fitted them for the rings, as far as it sounds to me. But I'm excited, man, that we'll get to play the Rams. And I know that our guys are starting. I hope the Rams play their guys so we can see, what it's like to have to deal with Devontae and Puka and some of the guys and make it really challenge our defense. So I'm really hoping for that. So we'll see how that goes. We'll get a little more information throughout the week. I know that they already said the Chargers are planning to play the starters for a series or two. And I'm looking forward to that, man. I mean, we're going to get to see this Mike McDaniel offense run by Justin Herbert and not just Trey Lance and DJU. We're going to get to see it with Ladd McConkey on the field, with Joe Alt and Rashawn Slater on the field. So exciting stuff there. And, as we talk right there, Chargers get a 3-yard stop by Carter, number 61. Let's take a peek here. Defensive tackle, number 61. Oh, I got out of order there. That's why. So we've got, that is number 61, Jameer Carter, who made the play, making it 2nd and 12. And we'll talk about him in just a second here. But I want to make sure I don't miss this play. Mills under center, jet sweep to the running back, and about an 8-yard gain to make it a 3rd and 3. Let's go ahead and share the screen here. Take a peek at Jameer Carter. Rookie, 6'2", 311 pounds out of Virginia. So big boy, monster of a man, and made a very nice play right there. Rookie too. So we got a lot of these undrafted rookies that get to the practice squad, man. Never know how they develop, how injuries happen, and I like having good players on the practice squad. So 3rd and 3, Mills rolls out to the left. Ball gets batted down at the line of scrimmage by number 51. Who was that? Beautiful job there. That is Andre Carter. So we got a play by Jameer Carter, and then a big play by outside linebacker Andre Carter. 26-year-old player out of Army. So he probably went and served this country, and then now is trying to come back and play football. So love that. Respect that path. Good for him. And 6'6", 256 out of Army. So good stuff. All right, Houston punted it away. We returned it back to the 32-yard line, and we will keep it moving. 4 minutes, 17 seconds left in this game, and it's getting ugly. I won't lie. It's getting ugly. It is getting hard to watch, but not because, the Chargers are getting killed, but it's just neither team is really trying to do anything special at this point. They just kind of want to get out of here, which is understandable. I think they've all seen what they need to see. They've gotten what they need to get out of the game, so you respect that. And if this is what we're going to see, I like what we've seen. Overall, I'm going to give the game a B- for the Chargers. I think they did a lot of things good, a few things to clean up, but room for improvement for sure. But with that being said, there's a handoff to the left that gets absolutely stuffed at the line of scrimmage. So it was a stretch play outside the tackle for no gain. So we have 2nd and 10. Clock's running right now. The Chargers get to the line of scrimmage with 12 seconds left. DJ's under center, 2 running backs in the backfield. Almost a background. Goodness, I know I've been getting tired. Timing is way off. This is very disjointed. Looked like a false start to me. The ref didn't blow the whistle. Ends up being 2-yard gain. So yeah, this is getting ugly. I won't lie to y'all. This is hard to watch at this point. And if y'all are in bed right now, I wouldn't blame you. But 3 minutes, 11 seconds left, and we got a 3rd and 8. So DJ's going to drop back and try to throw something here and see if we can do something better than what we just witnessed. Because those last 2 plays were hideous. DJ's in the shotgun, 1 running back to his right, 4 receivers out wide, no tight ends right now. And the Chargers call a timeout. Man, come on, coach. What are we doing? Like I said, guys, they look very disjointed right now, man. They're just not. They're all over the place. They're not getting to where they need to be. They're not getting lined up quick enough or efficiently enough. It's getting to the point where it's like, seems like these guys don't know the playbook. Because like I see DJ over there yelling at dudes, get over there, move here, move there. So yeah, not loving what I'm seeing out of that. Bad way to make a roster is to not know the playbook and have issues at the line of scrimmage. So. All right. Ugh. It's not even late here. I don't know why I'm so tired. It is 7:45 my time. All right, here we go. DJ in the shotgun, drops back to pass, 3rd and 8. Looking to the left, fights off what would be a sack. Finds a guy. What a play by DJU. And then Dalevon Campbell goes for 30 yards and fumbles it forward into the arms. Oh, fumbles it forward into the arms of a Texans player, and that was a great play by DJ. Finds a man, creates time, creates space, and Campbell just has the ball punched out. Yeah, the defender just peanut punched, man, and just knocked it out. He tried once, he missed the first one, tries a second time, and gets the ball out, and it rolls right into the arms of White, number 28. So, dang. But the positive of that to me was another good play by DJ, man. And Davon Campbell's been a guy that I've been hyping up to maybe possibly make the roster, and that probably just lost him the opportunity to make this roster. So, not that he had a great chance anyway. He was like a 3% chance to make the roster, but that fumble probably knocks you down to 0. And the Texans got another player coming off with injury. Man, that's the third guy for them this today. Charger fans, I know, have no sympathy for anybody dealing with injuries, but man, the Texans have had a rough day out here. We are at the 2-minute warning. Chargers 27, Texans 7. This is going to be a win, boys. This is going to be a win. This is a good win. We've worked hard. We've fought. And it's going to be a good day. It's been a good win. So I think we celebrate this, recognize it for what it is, and that's a preseason game. But defense holding them to 7 points today that's a big deal. And I'm excited for that because a lot of us were worried about what losing Jesse Minter would do to this defense. And so far, it looks the same as it looked last year. Again, I really hope the Rams, I can't emphasize this enough. We're playing the Rams next week. I really hope we have to deal with Puka Nacua and Kyron Williams and Devontae Adams and Matthew Stafford. Like, I really hope they play their guys. I just want to see our best versus theirs. I really do want to see it. We held Houston to 7 today. I really hope we have to deal with a good offense next week. So that is a big hope. I'm really hoping Sean McVay plays his guys. But McVay is notorious for not playing his guys. So we'll see how it goes. But I really am hoping that we get some reps with some best on best. But that would help out a ton with the team and development. So looks like we got a couple people in the chat still. So I appreciate y'all staying tuned in. Y'all let me know where you're watching from. And let me know your record prediction for the team this year. I got us going either 11-6 or 12-5. And I'm just going to be biased to say 12-5. So I think we got a good team this year. I think we are legitimate Super Bowl contenders. We have a legitimate offensive coordinator who's going to make life easy for our quarterback for the first time. And funny enough, I will say this. I was watching a show today where they were talking about how Patrick Mahomes has never had a 1,000-yard rusher in his career. And look at how he's carrying the Chiefs offense. He's never even had a 1,000-yard rusher. And they showed a stat of the teams with the longest streaks without a 1,000-yard rusher. And number one, tied for first, was the Chargers and the Chiefs, who have not had a 1,000-yard rusher in 8 years. Think about that. Our last 1,000-yard rusher was Melvin Gordon. So when you hear that, it's like, hey, Herbert has really been carrying this offense and doing a lot of heavy lifting. So I'm really excited to have a running game this year that I think will be better. And tonight we didn't show it, but we had our backup O-line in. I think next week you will see a glimpse of it. I don't think we'll see a lot because McDaniel said he's not going to show a lot in the preseason, but we're going to get a running game. And I think Herbert will have his first 1,000-yard rusher this year. And I think that man's name is Amarian Hampton. So it'll be a lot of fun. But back from 2-minute warning, and we get a run up the middle for Houston, and it is now 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. And they're letting the clock run. They're huddling a long time, all this stuff. Like I said, no one's trying to finish this game, with any bangs. It's just let's get in, let's get out. But so minute 30 left. 3rd and 2, I would imagine. They might let Mills throw the ball here, but Davis Mills in the game, under center, one running back in the backfield. Receiver goes in motion behind him, handoff to the right, and he cuts back up the middle for a 3-yard gain and a Houston Texans first down. So we're probably only going to get one more run, and then we're going to bolt the heck up and call it a night. So. Yep. Neither team is really trying to do anything. This game is it's curtains on this one. So this should be the last play of the game. 6 seconds left on the play clock. Receiver in motion. And a toss to the left for Houston. And they're going to blow that play up in the backfield. And I think Houston's just calling it quits. Yep, and they're shaking hands. And that's the game, ladies and gentlemen. That is the game. They're shaking hands over here. Good job to the Chargers tonight. Big win for us. Preseason game number 1, looking good. And wins are always better than losses, even though I guess big wins probably a little too far. But we got to win, and winning matters. So good job here. And D'Amico Ryans, Jim Harbaugh about to shake hands in the center field right now. McDaniel and D'Amico shaking hands, former staff members together with San Fran. So good stuff today. Team looked good, and that's a big win. So thank y'all for coming to tuning into the stream. 2 hours, 57 minutes. We love y'all. Thank y'all for coming. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe on your way out the door. Peace out, bolts up, and we'll talk to y'all very, very soon. Love y'all.